Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Fright Friday, right here on Night Owl Video. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers who have joined my channel lately. I really appreciate that. For all the comments and likes and everything, it's been wonderful lately. So thank you to you for joining me here. And follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video. I usually post what videos are coming up or at least what's happening on any given day of the week. So today we are talking about this film, Dead and Breakfast. This movie, which was also in my thrifting haul video on Wednesday, I just watched this last weekend and wow, I was really kind of surprised by this movie. I actually really enjoyed this movie. So today we're going to talk about the cast, the production, my thoughts on the film, and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you'll stick around. So this film is a musical zombie comedy from the year 2004. So it's almost 20 years old, believe it or not. I remember when this movie came out, I was kind of curious about it, but I never got around to watching it. And now it's 20 years later, I finally got around to watching it, and was pleasantly surprised. This was directed by a person named Matthew Leutwyler. He's done a whole bunch of movies that I don't know, except for one that I kind of recognize. It's called Super, and I don't even really know what that movie's about. I think it's something to do with superheroes, but I didn't see it. So, but that director also did this film. This stars Carradine, who was in, I guess, briefly in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, has also been in the Handmaid's Tale TV show, and is also David Carradine's niece. David Carradine also stars in this film for a little while. We, of course, know David Carradine most recently for Kill Bill, although I say recently, that's also like 20 years ago, but Kill Bill, he was also in Kung Fu, the TV show. So many movies and TV shows David Carradine was in. I could do a separate video just on his filmography, but this also stars Gina Phillips, who was in Jeepers Creepers Part 1 and 3, as well as a tie-in to a recent review I did of Doom. Gina Phillips was also in Doom Annihilation, the reboot, sequel, whatever it was to Doom. It also stars Jeremy Sisto, who was in 6 Feet Under, the TV show, as well as Wrong Turn. He was one of the kids there in Wrong Turn that got chased by the mountain people. And this also stars Diedrich Bader, who you may know from Office Space, Napoleon Dynamite, and he was also briefly in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So that's kind of a rundown on the cast. There's a lot more people in this movie that I didn't mention, but the cast was really good for this, I thought. I love Diedrich Bader. I mean, when I see him come on the screen, he just makes me smile. I think he's so funny. And I just really enjoy his acting. The synopsis for this film is: on their way to a wedding, a group of friends take a wrong turn and end up in the small town of Lovelock. There, they check into a bed and breakfast run by a strange Mr. Wise, played by David Carradine. The next morning, the group, along with a mysterious man called the Drifter, played by Brent David Fraser, is detained by the sheriff regarding some suspicious deaths. During questioning, one of the friends, Johnny, played by Oz Perkins, inadvertently unleashes a demonic force that transforms the townspeople into zombies. Yeah, I didn't mention Oz Perkins. He's also, I don't know what else he's been in, but he was kind of the leader of the zombies, and he was actually also really quite funny. I'm not familiar with his acting, but he was really good in this. So I actually couldn't find a lot of production notes about this movie, so it'll be pretty brief, but this film premiered at the South by Southwest Festival in 2004. The unrated version is the director's cut that was originally given an NC-17 by the MPAA for violence and gore. Nearly 15 seconds was cut out before the film received an R rating. These shots include shots of the zombies' partly severed head and more footage of David with the chainsaw stuck in his neck. The gore in this film is pretty cool. It's pretty over the top if that's your thing. This movie was filmed in a place called Livermore, California. The budget was $500,000. And the music, which was really funny, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a minute, was done by a person named Zachariah and the Lobos Riders. So this movie received mixed reviews. It currently holds a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, though it did go on to win several awards at different horror movie film festivals. So it was well liked, I think, by a lot of people in the horror community, not so much the critics, but it did pretty well for itself, I think, given the low budget and that it's a horror comedy, which is definitely not everyone's preferred genre. I would definitely give this movie a 4 out of 5, if not higher. It's a little uneven, I will say, but it was just fun. And I watched this last weekend. Like I said, I was laughing right out loud watching this movie. I just thought it was really funny. Like I said, the gore was in parts was really over the top. So if that's your thing, you probably would like this. Lots of really funny lines, one-liners in the movie. I think even one of the actresses in the film says, like, this is just like a bad horror movie or something. Like, really clever, like, funny bits in it. Lots of homage to other films. Most obvious, The Evil Dead. There's even an Evil Dead poster on the wall in one of the scenes where one of the actors gets a chainsaw to fight off the zombies. So I think this movie got unfairly compared to Shaun of the Dead, which came out the same year. And I don't think it's really that fair because they're very different movies. And although this is like lower budget and you can feel that, I think it would be unfair to compare it to Shaun of the Dead. I mean, Shaun of the Dead is considered one of the greatest horror comedy films of all time, and I would say, if I had to guess. And so that's a pretty high standard to meet. And so I thought it was kind of, this did get compared a lot because of its proximity and release date to Shaun of the Dead. So, but I think this really stands on its own. It's cheesy, low budget, but like I feel like it holds its own. Going back to Zachariah and the Lobos Riders, which is the band that appears throughout this film. It kind of, I don't know if any of you have seen the film There's Something About Mary, which was a comedy back in the late 90s, but one of my favorite singer-songwriters, Jonathan Richman, was in that film, and he appeared in between scenes singing songs that were related to the characters in the movie. And they did kind of like that with this Zachariah person, where when a scene ended, it would cut to Zachariah singing a song, and the lyrics would like relate to what was going on in the movie. So I thought that was really fun. I really like that. It kind of breaks up the movie and kind of gives you a bit of variety, which I like. And the lyrics are really funny. At times a little like they rhyme, but kind of awkwardly. But I thought this was really, really good. This edition is put out by Anchor Bay, actually, in 2005, sorry. You can see there's David Carradine on the back, some zombies. I don't know if that's supposed to be, I don't remember who that cowboy guy is. It might be Zachariah, but the extra features on this are an audio commentary with writer-director Matthew Leutwyler, special effects supervisor Michael Mosier, along with some actors. There's also audio commentary with the writer-director and other actors, including Ever Carradine and Oz Perkins. There's bloopers, trailers, deleted and extended scenes, and a poster and still gallery, which I looked through. It's actually pretty funny. The bloopers were quite funny as well. Yeah, this is the inside of the DVD. Yeah, I think that's like an alternate poster for the movie, kind of like to the cover. It's got the same house in it, which they also reference as being looks similar to the house in Psycho. And there's like the stabbing music is in it, so I really think this is a fun movie. Rue Morgue magazine says the best independent horror movie of the year. The U.S. answer to Shaun of the Dead from Ain't It Cool News. So yeah, you can see there. And there's also, I forget the name of the artist, but there's also, I'm trying to see if I can find the name of the artist, but there are cartoons that also appear, or drawings, I should say, that appear between scenes, and they look kind of like this, like a silhouette type thing with red. And I apologize to the artist. I can't remember that person's name, but there's a bunch of drawings in between the scenes that are kind of cool. If you like that kind of thing, a really clever movie. Just really, really fun. I don't know if this says, oh, it's not rated. It's color. It's 88 minutes long. Perfect runtime for me. This is a Region 1 DVD, like I said, from Anchor Bay and Ambush. I tried to find out where you can watch this, and the answer is apparently nowhere. I guess this is just like a really hard to find movie. I got this at my local thrift shop for $5, which I thought wasn't bad. I don't know. I don't think it's been reissued on Blu-ray. I think this might be the only version of it. I could be wrong. Correct me if you know the answer to that. But I don't find it streaming anywhere, even on Tubi and like Roku, places like that. So really hard to find. You can buy the DVD on eBay or Amazon. It'll run you anywhere from $5 to about, seems like the average price is about $20 for this used. So it must be out of print. And so happy I found it. Happy I got to watch it. I don't know, but I can't tell you where to go and watch it because it appears to not be anywhere. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this film. Did you like this movie? Did you think it was terrible? Just leave me your thoughts. Give me the thumbs up if you like this review. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed and watched. And I hope you enjoyed this week's content. We had Mars Needs Women this past Tuesday, as well as a thrifting haul video on Wednesday. And today is Dead and Breakfast. Next week, I'm not sure what I have planned, but it'll be more reviews likely. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you at the video store or at the thrift store, or maybe, just maybe, at a bed and breakfast somewhere on some lost highway. Who knows? I don't know. Until then, take good care of yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.